going to start off with a different bronze today, and that is not Lucy bronze, but we're going to start off with the U.S. rugby team. They got bronze today.
Very exciting match. Sarah woke up early to watch it live, and she was screaming.
Yeah, so all the games happened. It was wild. It was like back to back to back. And the U.S. did it. Bronze, baby. It was so exciting. I was screaming.
People who watch rugby, do you like that it's a little bit shorter? It seemed pretty short, the matches. I kind of like that.
Yeah, definitely good for people with shorter attention spans. That's for sure, Bob.
But yeah, Sarah loves Ilona Maher, and you know, you've been hyping her up. You've loved her for a long time. So I'm so excited for them. Their first bronze medal ever, and it was an exciting ending to that match.
It was a crazy finish, like literally last minute goal and everything, or try, or whatever they call it. Still learning. But it was iconic, and it was kind of sad seeing the Australian players literally cry because they knew that it was over for them, that they didn't win. But I'm sorry, we won, so it was okay.
Well, that's going to be tomorrow, too. You know, U.S. plays Australia in soccer. So we will see what happens then. Timestamps down below, but I don't actually know what day this video is going to come out. I think it's going to come out Thursday. That is my guess. Tomorrow is the games. Last games of the group round, and we are looking forward to them. But all the sports, I mean, I just got done watching the mixed doubles table tennis final, and it was China versus North Korea, and it was enthralling. I couldn't take my eyes off of it.
And we watched gymnastics today. That was iconic.
That's generally my sport, but I mean, there's just so many. But so excited to see the girls win, and they killed it. Simone Biles, and yeah, it is weird not to see the Chinese team. What's happened to the women's Chinese team was they've just fallen off, and obviously there's no Russians or Romanians, but it's fun. You know, sports evolve, and that's what's happening. Has everyone been enjoying the game? First thing we're going to talk about is something I have not even told Sarah yet, because I feel silly and a little bit dumb. You remember yesterday when we heard the soundbite of Batlle saying Lucy Bronze in her pronunciation video?
Don't tell me it was AI.
I have fallen for a meme because it was not real.
What?
I haven't told Sarah this.
Come on. Why does the internet have to do this to us?
I fell for the meme. And somebody had put it together on TikTok, which that was the TikTok I had seen first. And it sounded so believable. But there was a few problems. Number one is that wasn't Ona saying Lucy Bronze. It was Alexia Putellas. So it actually wasn't I'll read this comment we got, but then I figured, yeah, it makes sense. I'll have Sarah read this comment.
Nah, her name was Lucy Bronze was Alexia in an interview a few months back when she got asked how to say Batlle and said Lucy Bronze instead. And then someone says it's from an interview of Alexia on Golasso Network with Katie Abdo and Jamie Carragher, Micah Richards. It was a nice interview. First time I heard Alexia speak English. Someone says, it was a soundbite from the Katie Adobo interview.
So, Sarah, I fell for an internet prank. I responded back to a couple of people. I believed an internet meme. Are you embarrassed for me?
I'm embarrassed for us because I fell for it too. This is what we get for not looking at sifting through all the comments then. Yeah. Because usually, you know, you go straight for the comments and you see what everyone's saying. All the comments that we read, they must have fallen for it too, because but then I also was thinking there's no way that the Olympics would officially leave that in. Yeah. But crazier things have happened, so honestly, why not believe it?
Well, I think two things happened. Number one, I really wanted it to be true because it was so freaking cute and I loved it, and I believed it would happen. The second reason I believed it was because
after those pictures, I believe anything.
Yeah, exactly. The second reason I believed it was because so many of the other pronunciations were a little bit unhinged, you know what I mean? The way they kind of said it, everything was a little kind of off, or however you want to say, a little askew. So I believed it, and I wanted to believe it, but it was not true. So this is an official correction from that video.
Just don't tell me that the picture of Lucy and Ona is doctored, because I'm done if that's the case.
That seems to still be true, which is good. But the other thing I was thinking is, you know, in our 5 years of doing these videos, I haven't fallen for that many. It's kind of a meme, kind of a joke. I think the person posted it just as fun, and I've only fallen for a few. So I just didn't do any research on it. I should have, but I didn't.
At least you're not like an official news network.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing, where they don't do their homework and they're journalists and stuff.
That would be more embarrassing. But yeah, so that's a quick correction. That was Alexia saying Lucy Bronze. So thank you for the people who left the comments. I really appreciate that, because if people don't leave the comments, I still would think it's Ilona Maher at the Olympics saying Lucy Bronze.
And I'm very disappointed in myself, because I'm usually a voice recognizer, and I'm sorry, that was the same voice to me.
It was very similar. Okay, so that was the first thing. Second thing, we just got word today that Jess Carter officially is coming to our team, Sarah, to Gotham. Not only is she coming to Gotham, she is joining her wifey together. So KATRIN BERGER is her fiance. They are going to I think some people predicted this, but it's official. She is leaving Chelsea and coming to Gotham. Your thoughts, Sarah?
Iconic, and welcome to the dark side. Because, Gotham, bad, Dark Knight, okay.
This came out, I think, yesterday or the day before, but I'm excited. I love when the British girls come over the NWSL. I love it. I think it's so much fun. I think, the world-class player. Gotham's already so stacked that this is exciting, and a lioness on the Gotham side.
So excited, because we have a pretty bomb team, and it just got bomber. No, it just got even better.
And also, I didn't realize this, but she had kind of a going away video for Chelsea. She was at Chelsea for 6 years. She's really been coming into her stride recently in the last few years. And she had this interview, and it was like a really profound interview. She goes, I never was the most talented. She goes, my teammates at Chelsea were actually way more talented than I am naturally, but I've just put the hard work in, and I'm willing to put the hard work in every single day. And it was like a really profound kind of soundbite. And I thought it was really sweet, because sometimes you look at other people, you're like, oh my God, they have so much natural skill. It's just seemingly unfair sometimes when some people are just that naturally gifted, but not everyone is. But if she knows, she goes, I just have to work, and I've made myself into this outstanding player.
Yeah, and I think that's even better than someone who's just naturally gifted at it, because you can be naturally gifted at a lot of things, or naturally good at soccer or whatever, but when you train and it pays off, that's hot.
Yeah. Then people on Chelsea said, very sad that she's leaving. She was there for 6 years, and sad that she's leaving. She's, world class. So excited for that. And and she's with her wifey. The initial thing I thought of one of two things. If KATRIN got to Gotham and she hated it, she would be like, dude, no, don't come. You know what I mean? Don't come here. This isn't good. So she wouldn't have come over. So that makes me think KATRIN is enjoying her time and her experience. The other thing I possibly thought of, this isn't true, but this is the other side of it. Maybe KATRIN's having a bad time, which isn't true. But she goes, please save me. Come, you have to come and be my, come and save me while I'm here.
Gotham, never. Yeah. They're the good girls.
I would think that wasn't the case, but you could kind of make the case either way. But they get be together. Maybe they'll have a New York wedding. Now how crazy would that be?
That'd be wild, because they're European babies.
Yeah. See, but that's what you do. You have it in a neutral site if you're both from a different place, but coming to America from Europe when they're both from Europe wouldn't make much sense. But destination wedding. So what does everyone think? So many people are excited. Okay, so this last thing we're going to talk about is something I just saw on TikTok, and I wasn't going to talk about it until something happened, and then I decided to talk about it because I think it's a bigger picture kind of thing. I don't normally do this, but I'm actually going to play the TikTok because them explaining it makes more sense than me explaining it, because I couldn't explain it very well. So I'm going to play that now.
Does Cassidy Cooke know that she is now viral on Chinese social media? She's famous not for her performance, but for her expression. But first of all, congratulations to Cooke and Bacon on winning the first medal for Team USA. The pair from China, Chang Yani and Chen Yiwen, won the gold. So understandably, Chinese netizens were celebrating their win and also digging up their social media. And somehow, this developed into an intense shipping session. If you're into fandoms, you would know that when you ship two people, you want them to be a couple. That's basically what's happening. People were digging up their social media profiles and looking for evidence that they were dating. I know where you're getting at. Same-sex marriage is not legal in China at the moment, but that's just a policy. That doesn't represent the people. Alright, back to the reason why Cassidy Cooke is now viral on the internet. When Chen and Chang got their gold, they did this. Cute, right? And this pic is one of the solidifiers for the shippers that those two are definitely up to something. Lo and behold, there's Cassidy. The comments are all something like, wow, they really shook the American girlie with her love. We even have fan art now. So congrats to Miss Cooke on the silver and on going viral on the other side of the ocean.
Okay, so I just played the TikTok. And that basically is the story. You know, first of all, congrats to Cooke and Bacon, which I freaking love that name, to winning silver medal. That's the best name ever. They have merch. I love it.
I knew someone once with the middle name Bacon.
That is cool.
I want that name. Iconic.
So they came in second. Then the Chinese team who won first place, they were, you know, like it shows in the pictures. I don't know if they were on the podium. They were off. You know, they were embracing. Chinese divers were hugging each other. And she was carrying her. And then you saw Cassidy Cooke's reaction, like, whoa, like, you don't really know what she's thinking, but the idea is, whoa, they're hugging, whatever they're doing. Okay.
They're loving on each other.
Yeah. But, so I saw that and I was like, oh, and like it said in the TikTok, in China, what started to happen was people started to ship them as a couple, the Chinese diving pair. And it got really big. And, you know, people with fandoms, just like Sarah and I, when you're a fandom, you start to ship people. It's, you know, it's kind of like, oh, what's going on? Are they a couple? You know, you like the intrigue. You like the excitement about it.
And they just happen to really lean into it.
Yeah.
They must like it too.
Yeah. And like I said, I was not going to talk about this, but then something happened. So I kind of looked at the TikTok and I kind of looked at like, you know, I kind of looked at it just for my own personal interest. I was looking into it. I was never going to talk about it. But yesterday I was on Instagram. Chen and Chang, that's the official, that's their surnames. They have Instagrams. I believe it was Chang. Everyone, I'm just editing the video right now, but I did want to make a correction that every single time I said that Chang posted something, it was actually Chen. So I was going to edit it, but it was going to be too choppy for me to put like a voiceover in. So every single time I say Chang, it's actually, I should have said Chen was the one who posted it. So I just want to make that quick correction. Sorry about that. She had a story and I go, oh, let me check on the story. What's going on? She reposted that TikTok because she found it humorous or kind of funny or, you know, entertaining.
She loved it.
She loved it. What actually happened is Cassidy Cooke posted it, saw the TikTok, then Chang reposted what Cassidy Cooke posted. So they both posted it and they were reacting to this idea of their being shipped, the Chinese pair is being shipped and people are loving it. And I just thought that was so exciting to see a team from the Chinese team, which we've talked about and it talked about on the TikTok. You know, having same-sex relationships in a lot of countries is either not allowed or frowned upon or a lot of things. It's not like a lot of, or illegal, and there's no same-sex marriage. And for the Chinese team, also, when I say that, that's not me saying, do I think they're together? They're not. That's not what this video is about. I don't know if they are. Who knows if they are? That's not what this is about. But the fact that the Chinese diver, I believe it's Chang. Chang can say, yeah, I think it's funny. I'm joking along. I'm going along with the joke because I think it's funny. And it just be like a new day and age where whether it's true or not, they're still joking about it. Because I think in the past, for a lot of these countries who it's, you know, same-sex marriage is illegal, I don't think you could have joked about it or kind of been in on the joke and reposted it yourself. You would probably be like, oh, no, I want to stay as far away from it. I don't want to, I might think it's funny between me and my, you know, my diving partner, whether they're a couple or not. But the fact that she reposted and is in on the joke when it's kind of a sensitive subject for a lot of people in countries that it is a sensitive subject, I just loved it because it just showed where we've come. And these young divers who are Chinese, you know, they're Chinese and they're on the Chinese team. They're kind of playing with it and they're embracing it and they're liking. If Chang wouldn't have reposted it, I would have never talked about it because, you know, it might be sensitive, but they're in on the joke. They liked it. Now, so what is your thought?
It's not a joke. This is real love.
Oh, yeah.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm up there with you. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It's iconic.
Yeah, and they had fanfics. They had the I don't know what it's called in China, but anime type drawings on the social media. And they have fans, so many fans. When you win a gold medal, you get so much recognition. But the fact that they, as a diving pair, were in on the joke and they thought it was funny and they weren't shying away from, oh my gosh, they're talking about it and it's taboo to be talking about it, because a lot of countries outside of America, more progressive Western countries, it is very taboo. You can't talk about same-sex marriage, but it's 10 years ago, this would have never, ever, ever, ever happened. 10 years ago, ever. 15 years ago, A, because who knows if the government would have allowed it, and B, I think the athlete would have been scared or nervous to kind of be in on the joke. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about it. Not that I care if these two, not that I'm going to speculate whether or not these two divers are a couple. They make a beautiful couple if they are together. And the pictures were very lovely, full of love that they had together. And, I'm not speculating, but if they were a couple, they'd be a very wonderful couple with each other.
Well, you know what they say. Those who dive together thrive together. I made that up.
And they did their event was a 3-meter synchro. I think they're competing individually as well. So maybe we'll get some more pictures and cuteness of them, even if they're not a couple. But they're cute. Even if they're cute friends if they're not a couple.
They're definitely in sync.
Yeah. Not the band. Oh.
Not Backstreet Boys.
So I want to talk about, did anyone see that? Like I said, I will put the original TikTok on the bottom. And like I said, all credit to that person who put the TikTok out. But very cool. And when I saw that TikTok, I was so intrigued because, and when I saw her reposted it was on Instagram. When I saw her reposted on Instagram, I go, I would have never expected that from a country that is a little more taboo for LGBT matters.
Yeah, I saw Sarah's reaction live, and she was out of control. She was screaming. No,
I loved it.
You were wild about it.
I loved it. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Like I said, I think this video is going to come out Thursday. Super excited to see what happened yesterday. This is future Sarah. We're excited to see what happened yesterday, Sarah.
Whoa, that's trippy.
Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.